Hey, virtual students, I'm back with our first big assignment for the week. We'll spend a couple days working on this. This is super important and I think kind of fun, where we're going to start learning how to argue in our essay writing. This is leading up to some big work we're going to be doing in relation to our book. But we're going to take a break from the Erdrich book and go back to Scholastic Scope and read an article in here. Let me see if I can find it. Read an article about recycling. So this article about recycling asks the question, should you get paid to recycle? So I'm going to read it for you. We're going to walk through it together, and then I'm going to show you the assignment we have for today and explain what I'm looking for and how it's going to lead up to writing an argumentative essay. So let's get started. I'll share my screen with you. Okay. So let me read this article. Should you get paid to recycle? This is a debate. Recycling bottles and cans is the right thing to do. So, should we really get rewarded for doing it? Here's the situation. The U.S. produces nearly 300 million tons of trash each year. So what happens to all the garbage? About half of it ends up in landfills, where it will sit for centuries, giving off harmful gases as it slowly degrades. A lot of trash also ends up in lakes and rivers, on beaches, and out in the ocean, where it can harm plants and animals. Recycling helps keep a lot of waste out of landfills and places where it can cause harm. Cardboard and paper typically go to a paper mill. There, they get made into new paper products like cereal boxes or notebooks. Plastic, glass, and metal go to a separate facility where giant machines crush or melt them so that they can be used for new items like soda bottles and tuna fish cans. Today, in most places in the U.S., you can leave your recyclables, your milk cartons and yogurt cups and mac and cheese boxes outside on the curb, and the city will pick them up and recycle them for you. But 10 states also have what are known as bottle bills. In these states, everyone pays more, an extra 2 or 15 cents per bottle or can for certain drinks. If you turn the empty bottles and cans in for recycling by taking them to a redemption center or putting them into what's known as a reverse vending machine, you get your money back. These bottle bills have sparked a debate. Should we get paid to recycle, or should doing the right thing be reward enough? That's the question. And here are our two debaters. Let's pull in on the yes side. Yes, Giving People a Reason to Recycle by Michelle Green. Bottle bills are a great idea, and more states should have them. Why? Research shows that these laws get more people to recycle, and getting more people to recycle is imperative. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, only 32% of all the waste produced in the United States is recycled or composted. 32%. Just think how much less waste would end up in landfills if more people recycled. Bottle bills work. As I said, bottle bills are effective. According to the Container Recycling Institute, 60% of beverage containers get recycled in the states with bottle bills. In the states that do not have bottle bills, recycling rates are only about 24%. Clearly, giving people money encourages them to recycle. And here's another benefit to bottle bills. They cut down on litter. A 2019 study of trash along coastlines, where a lot of trash eventually ends up, found that in states without bottle bills, bottles and cans accounted for about 18% of all litter. In states with bottle bills, bottles and cans accounted for less than 9% of all litter. That's a really big difference. In a perfect world. The fact is, there are many benefits to recycling beyond reducing the amount of waste sent to landfills. Recycling saves energy and reduces pollution. It even creates jobs. A 2016 EPA report found that recycling accounted for nearly 700,000 jobs. The more we recycle, the cleaner and better off our communities and our planet will be. Now, some people believe we shouldn't need a reward for doing things that help the environment, and I agree. In a perfect world, we would all recycle simply because it's the right thing to do, but we don't live in a perfect world. So why not provide an extra incentive for people to recycle? What matters is that we all recycle as much as possible. The reason we do it is less important. Helping communities. Here's something else to consider. Bottle bills help communities. For example, in Connecticut, people can donate bottles and cans to a group called Cans for Kids. The group returns the recyclables and donates most of the money it gets to the Connecticut Children's Medical Center. So far, the group has donated more than $500,000. Helping others while also helping our environment seems like a win-win to me. So that's the positive side, the yes side of the argument. But there's another side. Let's look at what Jack Berman has to say on the no side. Helping our planet is the only reward we need. Bottle bills are outdated and send the wrong message. That's why I think we should get rid of them. Let me explain. The first bottle bills were passed in the 1970s and 1980s, when the whole idea that everyone should recycle was pretty new. But now most places have universal recycling programs. We simply place recyclables on the curb to be picked up by sanitation workers. With convenient programs like this, recycling has never been easier. Why lug a bag of bottles to a redemption center when you can put them outside your door? In 2010, Delaware did away with bottle bills for this exact reason. Waste of money. It's true that most states with bottle bills have higher recycling rates for bottles and cans, but those are not the only items that should be recycled. What about paper? Paper makes up about 1/4 of the trash in the U.S. Besides, recycling costs money. Having bottle bills and universal recycling programs is a waste of money. It makes more sense to have one system that makes it easy to recycle everything at once. But the real issue with bottle bills isn't cost or convenience. It's that rewarding people for recycling sends the message that taking care of the environment is an option, when in fact, it's an obligation. Earth is the only home we've got. It's our responsibility to take care of it. The real problem. The fact is, we have a garbage problem that we can't recycle our way out of. What we really need to do is stop buying so much stuff that gets thrown out. Instead of plastic water bottles, we should choose reusable ones, for instance. Remember that slogan, reduce, reuse, recycle? Those words are listed in that order for a reason. Think of it this way. We get to live on a planet that has everything we need to survive. But only if we take care of it will we get to keep breathing its air, growing food in its soil, and drinking its water. Keeping Earth healthy should be the only reward we need. That's the article. Now I want to take a minute and look at let me see if I can pull it up. There we go. Yep, it's there. Look at what we're doing for the writing essay. And if you're in class with me and watching this, we will go through a couple more things than this. But we've read the article, Should You Get Paid to Recycle? This is what we're looking for. Let me make sure I have it up. Awesome. Okay. So decide what you think. Consider what you read in the article as well as your own viewpoints. Drag an X in the box, or a check mark in the box next to the point of view you will argue in your essay, yes or no. And then you can also write your own opinion if you disagree with both sides. Then you're going to gather support for your opinion. Which details from the article support your opinion? What other information? This is where you can do some additional ideas, research you might have. So you're looking for details, and you go to 1, 2, 3, put those ideas in there. And then you want to acknowledge the other side. What's the strong argument from the other side? Summarize the strongest argument. This is number 3. And then craft your central claim. The thesis is where you tell what your essay is going to be about. The thesis should be very clear. And the rest of your essay will support that thesis, that central claim. Finally, write your hook. I shouldn't say finally. Next, you're going to write your hook, an interesting tidbit from your experience or a story or a statistic. And we see these options here. We'll walk through those in class. You can look through them on your own time. Choose one of the ideas and then write a hook in the box below. Then you want to summarize the issue. What's the issue? What are people struggling with? And we see an example here. You can finish that up in the space provided. Once we've gotten all that done, I want you to stop for the day. That's going to be a big chunk. And then later this week, we'll actually write out the essay together. Does that sound doable? I hope it does. I think you guys will do a great job on this, and I'm always here to help you out and work through it together. Thanks for listening. We will see you later.